Hi guys, Ronda Winstead here with you. Hello, hello, hello. I hope you are doing marvelously today. So today we're strip making. If I were more risque, I would say we're stripping. But we're working on paper. We're making strips and yeah. So let's get started. One of the things that I thought would be super fun to do for MWM Midweek Mystery, and it was a mystery to me until just yesterday when I came up with the idea and I took a look at this. These are old adding machine papers. God, that seems so crazy to me that this is obsolete almost. Anyway, I picked up this years ago at some garage sale or something or other, and I got thinking about how we decorate, and we can make all these fun things, be prepared for putting down snippets and little clusters, making the rolls. And so that's what I am working on here today. So this is the adding machine paper. This is before it's been coffee dyed, and this is after. I have just spritzed this on both sides, and then I crinkled it up like, let me get one of these, like this, because this has been just spritzed on, and I'm getting ready to go finish drying it by ironing. And you have to be quite gentle at this point. Okay, let's do the others. And I will show you, for those of you that do not have, let's see, I believe this has 2 strips here. Yes. So what I have done is out of an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, you can make 4, well, of this size. It depends on what size you want to use. Mine are basically 2 inches wide. And I have used different edgings. Like these are done with a zigzag. Mine is with a cutter. But you can use those fancy scissors, the scrapbook that are never, that are always too dull. So you can see what I'm doing here. And this one has been done with using a tear ruler. This is one of my tear rulers. And I use this, but not as often as I do this modest one. And now I want to finish taking this apart. Okie dokie, okie dokie. And I'm going to try really hard to remember to post this video right side up. I'm just like, oh my word, you very non-brilliant person. Ronda. Yeah. Isn't this fun though? This was made with, this is the same, this is made from 1 piece of 8.5 by 11 paper that I have cut lengthwise into 2-inch strips, and I've just taken my one, because 8.5 wide will make 4 strips with 1/2 inch extra. And so I've just cut off that 1/2 inch. So you can do it with plain paper. You can spritz it with coffee or inks or whatever you want, or leave it plain. It doesn't matter. You can paint it. Whatever you want to do. Great. And I'll show you how we do that. I'll show you how to cut that. This was, what did I do with the other half of that, actually? Well, this is 1/2 of this. I split in 2 pieces. And that's just about, well, that's exactly 1 3/8 inches wide, divided by 2. No, times 2. So, all right. Ouch. Ouch, 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 ouch. That hurt. Oh, I know what I've done with it. I've already cut it up into little bits and pieces that we're going to use in just a minute. Okay, so I'm going to take this over to my ironing board. These strips, I'm going to dry them, press them down, and I shall return. Okay, these have all been pressed down. Can you see the texture in there? I'm not sure that you can see the added texture, but it really does add texture and dimension to it. Okay, so this was 2 pages, 2 8.5 by 11, that I doubled the length, glued them in the center. So 1 piece of paper will give you 2 strips, because it's got the 4, okay? And 11, 22 inches, so approximately 21.5 inches long when you take out just a little bit for the gluing in the center. And this was done with 2. So let's go ahead and let me show you how I cut that. Just so you can see this whole process and how fun it is. Oops, I apologize. Okay, so this time I think I will use my tear ruler. Let's see, and I'm going to get the big one out. I'm measuring 2 inches, okay, butting that up. No, first of all, I need to rip my edges. And this is fairly stiff paper. This is a good quality paper. Now we'll go ahead. So we'll measure 2 inches. Hold your ruler down. If you're using a tear ruler, hold it down tight. Okay. We'll do another one. And if you're just cutting them straight, then of course, you know. And for those of you that just fly by the seat of your pants, which I do sometimes, yes, just eyeball it, you know, just cut it however you want. However you do is great. Just do you. Do you, and it'll be awesome. Yeah, I knew this would just be a little bit you have 1/2 inch to work with if you're doing 2-inch strips. So I'm basically tearing off on this 1/2 inch on both sides. Okay. So let's put that away. Let's put that away. And then, and then she said, hello, 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 hello. We welcome you today. Okay. So when you glue these two ends together, you want to make sure they're straight, okay? So that you're, in other words, if you were to glue it like this, say for instance, you can see that as you're rolling, it would be awkward. So you just want to try to keep that straight, which isn't too terribly difficult. And we'll put this together. And there we have. So if you don't have one of these or something like that, that is not a problem. And then what I did for these strips, oh, and look here. See, I didn't even do it on there. Which, okay. And actually, I don't mind it. So there you go. This was just done with coffee dyed paper with the 2 strips. And you can see, I want you to show you the difference now with these. This is this paper, the same paper. And so with the coffee and with the crinkling up and then unrolling that or flattening it out and using an iron, you can see the difference. But this would be fun too. It just depends on what kind of project that you're working on. Okay, so that's the first part. Get some strips done. Start stripping, ladies. Okay. So then I want to show you this. Okay. And I had another one here somewhere. Somewhere over the rainbow. So this is just to show you what you can do with these. I want to keep this semi-flat. And I thought that even just layering, just doing a whole bunch of these and just layering them together and then rolling them up, you know, you could easily just roll these up, put them away, and when you're ready to just do some fun embellishing, spend a day or something of that nature on that, then you can just take it out and you can embellish it according to what your theme is. So I think it'll be great just to keep some of these on hand, and I plan on doing that. But I also want to decorate one, at least to show you just kind of some of the fun things that you can add to it. On this one, I have used a butterfly stamp. I've used a postage stamp, a flower stamp, a key stamp, and a dots stamp to get the little dots there. So that's, let's see, butterfly. Oh, and your kindness touches my heart. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think, on this one. This one I've used that same stamp of the dots, and I've used the same butterfly, but then I changed it up and I used a little numbers stamp and kind of just a design. Let me show it to you. Just a very cool And this was sent to me in Happy Mail. Very, very sweet. And this is the first time that I've used it, so this was super fun. And the bee stamp. So what's that? Butterfly, bee, numbers, dots, and another 5. So maybe 5 is a good number. I think that's all, you know, kind of keep in that mode. So let's go ahead and let's do some stamping so you can see me create one of these and just see for yourself how super, you know, how super fun and easy they are. So let's go ahead and pull out. There's 4, and we'll use this one also. So there's 5. Okay. And I used 2 different colors. I used black and where is it? Where is it? Where did I put it? Oh, right in front of me. Okay. I used this, and I also used, where is the other ink? Just 1 second, guys. We're having technical difficulties here. Okay, so we've got a black and a brown. And this is, you know, I mean, it just depends upon what your theme is. I'm just kind of in this mode, but I could very easily also be in like a spring mode or a Valentine-y mode and do some pinks and purples and reds and, you know, fun things like that. All right, first of all, I'm going to variegate from, that's probably not even the right word, but I'm going to go from biggest to smallest stamp, and then we shall see. Okay, so here we go, and I'm leaving just a little bit of space in between them. Okay, so then this will probably be the next one. I've got them out here. So just kind of random, but super fun. Whatever. And then this the dots I'm going to do last. And maybe we'll do this one in brown. So how are you? What have you guys been up to? It is good to be here with you again. I really do. I look so forward to our time together. I don't know, I just kind of love it. And I'm super excited when I think about, oh yay, I'm doing a video talking to my friends. I love that. Okay, so brown or black? Brown, I'm gonna do black. So we'll just add the little butterfly here and there. I can't believe, you guys, we're 2 weeks into the new year already. It just seems like we just barely got through with Christmas. Anyway, before long, we'll be gearing up. I'll be pulling out my Christmas boxes again. I'll be finishing my pink Christmas journal. I didn't finish it, that I worked on in December. See how easy, you guys? Whoops. let's do something else. This is also something that I do. I just keep a junk washcloth. I have a few that are they're just mine. And I just try to clean off just a little bit my stamps, just to keep it so it doesn't get on a bunch of other things. Yeah, and then obviously I'll go throw that in the laundry. And again, I store my stamp pads upside down so the ink has a tendency to flow to the bottom. If you store your ink pads right side up, then you have to push a lot harder to get to the ink because it's been settling. Whereas if you store it upside down, the ink is more on the top. Does that make sense? Anyway, that's a tip I learned many years ago, and I've been doing that for a very long time. Okay, let's get our stamps out of the way here. Clear our little area. Okay. I find that it's just much easier, much more restful for me, more peaceful, more wonderful, more all that good stuff. If I sort of clean up my area as I go along, then I have a little bit more area to work in. Okay, so now what you're going to want to do, and we're just going to take one of these strips. Let's just take the one that we made together here. And we are going to decorate that. Let's put all these others together. Woo! And let's just roll these up. Why not? Okay. Now I've got them handy. I'm going to just wrap them with an elastic or something. We'll just sort of put that out of the way. And that'll be ready to go. Another thing I want to show you. So this is the part where you get out your little bits and pieces of stuff. For instance, see all these little stitched things, little bits and bobs here. I have stitched here on my paper on my sewing machine. You don't have to use a sewing machine. You don't have to have this. You could just draw, or you could use a stamp or something of that nature. And then, of course, I normally use my rotary cutter because I'm not the greatest at this kind of thing. But you don't have to be super great anyway. And perhaps this imperfectness makes it super fun anyway. By the way, the sun is shining here outside. It's chilly, but it's such amazing. I just love it. There's something about, you guys, cold outside, but the sun shining down, that it just, I don't know, it just warms my heart. I just feel all, I don't know, I just feel all cozy and just fun. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. And I am so grateful for the sunshine. And even for those gray days, because those gray days just help us really appreciate when we do have the sun, right? So now, as you can see, I'm cutting different size strips, smaller strips. I'm just using small ones here. And I could leave this and put this in the roll here too if I wanted to just save it a longer bit, because maybe there's something that I want to do, a line of a page that I want the whole thing. So that's another thing that you can do, you guys. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. And just in the interest of time, I will just we'll put that together here for the time being. So now I've got some extra stripping. Okay, yeah, that just sounds funky. I'm an old lady. Even when I was a young lady, some things we just don't do. Okay. So, now I want bits and pieces to put on here that I can use as little clusters. And one of the things that I definitely want to do, and that is I want to separate them. In other words, I don't want just a continuous piece, because I find when I make a real pretty cluster roll, one of those solid rolls that we use, I find it really hard to know where to cut or where to rip it off, because I don't want to miss that pretty piece. I don't want to cut where that lovely thing is, or for this really cool thing. So I like the idea of just doing it here and there, but leaving little bits and spaces. Okay, did that make sense? So I've got here some little bits of fabric. I have prepared some of these, but other than that, everything else that I have, I just grabbed from my stash. So I've got these little things of fabric going on here. And then I've got these, and I've also got some little labels that I don't know if I've even ever used these, and I've had these for several years. These are like medical, in-hospital use only. I don't know even where I got them. And not to be taken by mouth. So I've got some of those things going on, which also includes some cigar bands. I didn't even know what these were until someone else on a video that I saw, they called these cigar bands, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, no wonder I don't know what that is. That is not something that comes into our home. Okay, so we've got stuff that way. And then I also have some little bits and pieces of stamps and little booklet kind of stuff, just various ephemera, some tags. Yeah, we can put flowers. This is where, I mean, you can go crazy to your heart's content. Just random, whatever, fun stuff. Okay, so let's just kind of get started. So this is my base layer. Well, my strip is the base layer. And then I've got the stamping. And now I'm going to add a bit of fabric. And we'll go ahead, I think, we'll be able to use the art glitter glue. This is where, I mean, you can certainly do some different things to make it fun. And let's see. A lot of this is in the same color tone. This is just napkins that have been dyed So those be kind of cool to use too. And I could, if I want to do it like mass kind of making, I could go ahead. Let's try that a little bit. And maybe do the same basic kind of thing every so often, just like we did with the stamping. And, you know, let's give it a try. Let's see if we like it. If we don't like it, then we won't do it again. We won't do it like that on the next one, right? So I'm just sticking things down, trying to stick things down that don't want to be stuck down. Okay, let's change that up. That's big and bulky, huh? Okay, so then let's grab some more goodies. And we're just, I mean, seriously, you're just sticking stuff down. I don't know how this is going to end up, because this, I was going to have a prototype, you know, all finished, and to whip it out and say, yeah, and here you go, this will be fabulous. You start with this, you go to that, and you end up with this. But, you know, didn't happen. So I decided, well, you know what? They're my friends. They won't beat me up too badly. So we will just, yeah. I don't know what we're going to do there. It's going to be weird. I can tell already. Let's see. Let's glue that down. I'm going to make that my mission to do something fun with that. Another thing that you can do, you can glue whatever you want on, and then if you are a sewer, you can take it to your machine and stitch down, which will be, I mean, that's great. If you're not a sewer, then you're just going to glue, which is also cool. Okay. We will just put these down kind of, I don't know what I'm doing. Do you know what I'm doing? Do you know what you're doing? Oh. We had last night, we made, and we haven't had it for really quite a long time. This is starting to get to me, guys. Let's set that aside. For dinner, where'd that come from? I have no idea. We'll put it down. We had taco soup. Have you ever had taco soup? If you haven't, you need to try it. It's so easy to make, and it usually is loved. You kind of make it to sort of to cater to your kids. You know, if you have children, so that it's one of those things that we could always get our kids to eat. You know how picky kids can be with the eating thing, how they are? Yeah, well, that's one thing that when we actually have done taco soup, they've eaten dinner. And there hasn't been the normal, you know I hate this, you know I hate, you know, it's like, oh gosh. Sometimes the cooking part for me was a definite a challenge. I'm not going to lie about that. It was not a lot of fun. But you know what? I miss that time. And once it's gone, it's gone. And for those of you that are in that phase that think it'll never end, it will. And you're going to miss it. You're going to miss those complaints, and maybe not the complaints, but you're going to miss those amazing young people that are doing that complaining, and you're going to wish they were back sometimes. I mean, I don't miss everything about, those times, and I'm very happy where I am today too, but just enjoy, my friends. Enjoy those little buggers. Because they grow up awfully quickly when you're looking back on things. I think these were a little bit too big for what I wanted for this time. But, in fact, I think I'll put those back in here. So, there's a couple more things that we've used up. And I'm pulling a lot of what I'm doing, you guys. Most of what I'm doing is just from my stash of things that we have. We all have just things. Am I ready to do these everywhere? No, not quite yet. Let's see. Let's rip off some bits and pieces. So this could turn out and be really icky. And if it's super icky, then chances are you won't see it. I won't show the video. If it's horrible, I'll just, be like, it never happened. And you could put glue some papers on, and then you could absolutely do some more stamping if you want. That would be fun, right? But we're just slapping things on here just to get them on. And let's see. That one is just driving me nuts, you guys. That's like, oh, the one and only icky one. Now let's bring in, here is another little something that I have. Just a sec, I'm really here, seriously, I'm here. I'm ripping off some tickets. I have a whole huge roll of these little guys. And that would be another, we could do that for one of our midweek mysteries. We could just alter these little buggers and just visit. Oh, I was going to tell you, taco soup. Let me give you the recipe in case you want to try it, because it's super simple. So it starts with a tomato base. You can do, or you can use beef, what is that called? Broth, that you buy in the boxes. Beef or chicken broth. I like beef because, you use hamburger. And we use turkey burger now, but it's delicious with either. So you brown your burger. It'd take, for, just a normal recipe, a pound of burger. One sec, hang on. I'm not even turning the video off. I'm going to be right back here with you. And we shall see what we can do here. I'm going to be brave here. I know that Louisa Heinzel, she does this. I don't usually do this at my desk. But, well, that doesn't look very good, does it? It's supposed to be goldish. Yeah. Let's try this. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, well, this is fun. Let's just do it. Okay, and let's just kind of let them do their thing. Get them all. What you might do is do this ahead of time. You might do this part ahead of time. Yep. And, okay, let's just see. And what I might end up doing here, I think what I'm going to do here is, okay, we're going to do this, you guys. This is actually kind of fun. So we are just going to do this. That would be a fun video. Okay, so now and this is Barbara's fault. 49 dragonflies. Yes, it is her fault. Louisa and Barbara, they're turning me into the dark side. I don't know. That's not good either. And there's a reason that they do it and I don't. Right? Whoa, Nelly. Well, this is pretty terrible. I don't know what's gotten into me, you guys. I have no idea. This is bad. But I'm having a good time here. I'm sorry. But this is just kind of pretty fun. Okay. Let's see, maybe we can, like, pull some of that off. I mean, I like gold, but, that's a lot. Especially for someone who really hasn't used it much at all. Let's see, what's that? Gold Fingers. It's a James Bond movie. Okay. Well, that was interesting. Let's see if I have any other little weird something that I can add to this to make it even more crazy. Hang on. I'll be right back, taking some of this stuff back over here. Okay, I have some of this stuff. I'm sure that many of you are like, Rhonda, stick to what you know. Don't try these things that you know nothing about. Oh, crud. And you would sure be right. Let's do it this way. Let's go like this. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, it's better to dip. kind of fun. Okay. Okay, you can teach old dogs new tricks. Okay, so there's that, and then, wow, this is like craziness. And then we should, just for fun, let's get out. See, I didn't lie. I store mine upside down. Doesn't matter what brand they are. I store them upside down. Okay, so let's do that. And then let's spritz some water. And then let's just kind of grunge those up a little bit more. Okay, actually, this is kind of fun. Right. So just, just play around, you guys. This is where this whole process should be fun. If you're not having fun, then you need to try maybe something a little different. Try something that you haven't done before. I've done this before, but not really with the gold. And I haven't done tickets. I've done it on some other things. But I don't think have I done it on video? Have I included you guys in that process? I'm not sure I have on that. But here again, I mean, anything you can play with, just play with your goodies and just have fun with it. Now I'm going to turn the camera off. I'm going to dry these so that we can continue to work on our little clusters. And maybe I'll wash my hands. Okay, here we go again. Now when I look at these, I went ahead and inked this part, at least the torn edges, and now I have dried all of my tickets, and I think ripping that also is a good thing. And I don't want to keep like too much of the color. There's a little bit of color. There's still a little bit peeking out, but I don't want too much showing, especially depending on what color you add to it. Now, for instance, if I want to add a yellow flower or something of that nature, then this would make more sense to keep, to show that. And here we have this little yellow guy going on. So this was actually pretty fun, you guys, to do this. I'm like, okay, this is cool. I'm enjoying. I'm just really having fun. And I hope that you will try this. I want you guys to, you're just really important to me. And it just makes me happy if I think that I can make something that you'll enjoy, then it makes me happy. It's like, oh, I love to do things for my friends. And you are my friends. You are my cyber family. So, yeah. All right. We're just going here. Just continuing on. Got one more This one's driving me nuts still. Just had to say that. It's still driving me nuts, but we're working with it. Okay, now I have these little bits and pieces. I have some videos, maybe a couple, I can't remember, where I have taken washi tape and put them on different backgrounds. So these are like little mini focal points, if you will. This is a piece of washi tape. So I have a video on that. I'll try to find that and link that below for you. Now, like for instance, this one too big. Too big. But what about this? And this was fabric, and I ironed something on the back of it, and oh, okay. Now that's just kind of adorable, right? All right. Okay. Well, we're just gonna have to put that on there. I'll glue it, and then, well, no, I don't know if I'll stitch any of these or not. If I do, I probably won't show that to you in this video, or I may just, in the very last part or something of that nature. I like that, but I want a little something here as well. So I'm going to just tuck, glue here, and tuck. See that? Now I think that's pretty darn cute. Okay, so there's that one. Let's find some other ones that we can put down. Oh, some of those are just too big. Some of these are too big. Let's see. That's a pretty little. So, it's just a matter of just using up your bits and bobs and just kind of having fun with it. And these I'm keeping pretty neutral. Well, kind of, sort of. I don't know. I don't know. What do you want to do? I don't know. What do you want to do? What movie? What movie, you guys? These are just a little bit too big. I'm kind of disappointed. But, okay. So we are just finishing up here. I don't know how long this video has gone either, and I don't want to take up a lot of time here. But you are getting the idea, right? Of just putting these down. And I forgot on these, didn't I? I only put one down. So it's just random little things to do. And yeah. So I hope that this has been somewhat helpful. And I really would love to see some of your work. If you do happen to be on Instagram or something of that nature, would you please? I would so love it if you would tag me. I'd so love to see your work and comment on it and just cheer you on. Excuse me. Take a drink. One of the things that I was thinking of doing, okay, I've got that. Somewhere I have some tiny little snapshots of vintage women, and I can't quite remember where they're at. So, well, let's see. So, like for instance, this can be super fun. We'll just trim around the edge just a little bit here. You could clip it. You could leave it straight. Doesn't matter. We'll go ahead and give it a little bit of a vintage edging here. Oh, love that. Okay. Okay, so there's that one. And let's see what else we've got. I've definitely got a mess to clean up, but that's okay. I think this is so much fun. And what I've done on these is I've just gone in to Pinterest on some of your free images and different things on the internet, and I've copied them into a Word document, and then I have printed them out in just a very small size, so that they're basically the same size as a stamp. And stamps, that would be another perfect thing to put in your little clusters. So there's that, there's that, there's that, there's this. Let's go ahead and do. Let's do one more of these. These are just really fun. And then we will keep them on the roll until, or you could take them off, whichever way is easier for you to store them. You know, that's what you want to do, is just whatever's going to be the easiest for you. I'm going to have to sew this down, I think. I don't like this one. Can I just right here be honest? I could say, oh, I'm loving that. And I do love this image, but I don't love, and I do love this chenille fabric. I just don't love them together. So I need a little bit more of this, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And I had a little piece of lace in mind here. So we're just, you know, we're fixing it, because I want to love each one of these. Oh, come on. Don't be difficult. Not difficult today. Okay, it's being difficult, so we will take our pin and open that up. Anyway, you can just use anything and everything for this project. Okay. See, I like that much better. Much better. These are, you know, this isn't like I kind of wish I hadn't have put this on top of that and So what can I do to maybe change that? Let's see. I had several, well, let's try this. This is another washi tape that I have added onto a book page. That's pretty. I like that. Do you like that better? Or this better? I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to have to just kind of take a look at that without. And that's kind of very cool too. I'm going to take a look and just see what I want to do that way. I've sort of got a mess on my table, but I did just want to share with you, you guys. I'm so excited about this kind of thing. Super fun. MWM makes some amazing things. We can roll this up that we can use a little bit later, whenever, and when you're ready, we'll just take one, you know, just rip it off and just adjust it however you feel, you know, it might need adjusting. And let's just, do I even have handy one of my journaling. Okay. So you can see just putting that on as a cluster, how fun that'll be on a page, on an envelope, on a belly band, whatever. And you've got them all ready to go. And like I said earlier, you can keep them just like this until you're ready to decorate with a certain theme, style, color, whatever that might be. And maybe I will just add this to this. All right. So there we go, my friends. Thank you for joining me. I hope that you have a wonderful day, evening, afternoon, morning, whatever it is. Know I love you, and, you know, have a fabulous day till next video. Bye-bye now.